You say there's nothing to hide, but then calls knocking on my door saying she's going to sleep. Yeah, you need to put some boundaries.
No, bitch, you're stringing him along, and she's really trying to have her cake and eat it too. Both slices.
Don't talk to me like I'm a
You
child.
are talking to me like he's my dog. And
Why are you treating him like a dog then?
Or
It's
something.
not my fault. You treat him like your puppy then,
I'm
Jennifer.
hungry. He's not my puppy.
Things are getting wild on the new 90-day Fiance spin-off, Hunt for Love. And if you thought the love triangles were spicy before, just wait till you hear what went down in the latest episode. We're talking gossip, betrayal, and an explosive catfight that left the entire resort in shock. What started as innocent flirting and secret hookups has now turned into full-blown chaos, with whispers spreading like wildfire. And just when fans thought they had it all figured out, boom, another twist flips everything upside down. Rumors have been swirling for days about a possible hookup between Elise and Rob, and it's caused serious drama. But hey, race the real tea, that never happened. Nope, the real late-night rendezvous was between Rob and Jennifer, a moment viewers witnessed for themselves in a steamy scene that left some shielding their eyes. But instead of owning it, Jennifer decided to play innocent and started pointing fingers. And that's when everything started to unravel. When tensions hit a boiling point, the ladies gathered at the resort, and Elise had had enough. She confronted Jennifer directly, demanding to know who was spreading lies about her hooking up with Rob. And without missing a beat, Jen threw Cole under the bus, claiming he told everyone Elise and Rob were intimate that morning. The entire cast and viewers were stunned by how easily that lie rolled off her tongue. Elise tried to defend herself, clearly fed up with being slandered, but things quickly spiraled out of control. Enter Tiffany Franco, who wasn't going to let Jen get away with it. Tiffany chimed in, revealing that Cole actually told her something totally different, that Jennifer was planning to hang out with Rob, not Elise. Caught off guard, Jen tried to gaslight her way out of it, telling Tiffany to set some boundaries. But Tiffany wasn't having it. She fired back, saying, "Don't talk to me like I'm some Fing child." From there, it was war. Jen snapped, accusing Tiffany of treating Cole like a pet. Tiffany clapped back, asking why Jen was acting like Cole was her puppy instead. Jen tried to twist it into a compliment, smugly saying, "Maybe that's why people love me." But Tiffany had heard enough. In true queen fashion, she grabbed her drink, told Jen she was done, and stormed out, leaving the entire group in stunned silence.
You deserve better.
I know it.
You deserve better.
You really love it. Cheers for that.
I'm out. I'm not taking it.
And fans, they loved it. Many are praising Tiffany for standing her ground and being the protective mama bear we've come to know and respect. But the question remains, what happens when the real truth finally comes out? How will the cast react once everyone knows what really happened between Rob and Jen? One thing's for sure, on Hunt for Love, no secret stays buried for long. So buckle up, because the drama is far from over.
And it was personal, and she answered, and I asked her not to tell anyone.
My priority and my loyalty is to my girlfriend.
But you're not trustworthy.
You're so annoying and you're so fake, and I'm tired of it.
The feud between 90-Day Fiance Season 11 newcomers Amani and Shikina has officially gone off the rails, and fans are calling it one of the most bizarre post-tell-all dramas in the franchise's history. We already saw the sparks fly during the tell-all, where Amani and Shikina clashed in a heated argument that quickly made headlines. But unlike most cast members who cool down once the cameras stop rolling, Amani has refused to let it go. In fact, she's amped things up, and fans are seriously concerned. It all began when Shikina asked a question that instantly rubbed Amani the wrong way. She casually wondered whether Amani and Matt's partner, Ennie, was transgender. According to Shikina, she was simply curious, since she herself is often mistaken for being trans. But Amani didn't take it lightly. She accused Shikina of being transphobic, a claim that divided not just the studio, but the entire 90-Day fanbase. What followed was a chain of ugly exchanges. From plastic surgery shaming to accusations of bullying, Amani tried hard to paint Shikina as the villain. But the audience wasn't buying it. In fact, many believe Amani's obsession with dragging Shikina has only made her look worse. And just when you thought things couldn't get more ridiculous, Amani dropped a diss track titled Shekinah. Yep, you heard that right. In the song, she mocks Shikina's looks, voice, and personality, all while trying to come across as witty and savage. But instead of applause, Amani was met with eye rolls and backlash. Fans called it immature, mean-spirited, and frankly embarrassing. But Amani didn't stop there. After releasing the diss track, she took to social media and announced she'd be donating a portion of her OnlyFans earnings to fans, claiming she had already proven her point, that anything can be monetized. She even teased a giveaway coming soon. But the internet wasn't having it. One fan said the whole thing felt like a refund disguised as generosity. Others believe she's trying to spin the situation after realizing the diss track was a total flop. Meanwhile, Shikina has stayed completely silent. Not a post, not a story, not a single word about the diss or Amani's attempts to bait her. And fans are loving it. Shikina's calm response, or lack thereof, is being praised across social media. Many believe she's taking the high road and refusing to feed the drama cycle. Because let's face it, on 90 Day Fiance, it's rare to see someone not clap back when shade gets thrown their way. But Shikina's silence has spoken volumes. And right now, she's winning the court of public opinion. Whether Amani continues this meltdown or finally lets the feud go, one thing is clear. Fans are done with the petty drama and ready for something real.
What is that, Tiffany?
It's a fig.
What the is a fig?
It tastes like a big-ass raisin that's not dry.
Come on, come try.
No. I'm gonna vomit seriously. I can't.
While couples on 90 Day Fiancé Hunt for Love are busy having emotional meltdowns, one cast member had a crisis of an entirely different kind over a figure. Yes, a fig. Tim Malcolm, known for staying cool even while sharing a house with his ex, completely lost it over a piece of fruit. And no, we're not kidding. In what might be the weirdest moment of the season, Tim had a full-blown meltdown after finding out what figs actually are. That wrinkly little fruit your grandma probably snuck into your lunchbox as a treat? Yeah, that's the one. For Tim, it turned into his personal nightmare. So what actually happened? Well, Tim and Tiffany Franco have been growing close on the show. Whether it's romantic or just a solid friendship, fans aren't sure yet, but one thing's clear, these two are comfortable with each other. So when Tim saw a fig and had no idea what it was, Tiffany took the liberty of explaining. She called it a big raisin, but not dry. Sounds innocent enough, right? Wrong. Things quickly spiraled when Tiffany tried to get Tim to taste it. His reaction? Pure disgust. He looked like he was going to throw up on the spot. And then, Tiffany dropped a bombshell in her confessional. She told producers she asked Tim to eat the vagina. Yes, folks, she was jokingly comparing figs to vaginas. Cue Tim's epic reaction. He was horrified, completely unconvinced. He flat out said, "If I ever saw a vagina that looked like a fig, I'd tell her to go to the hospital. Immediately." He made it clear he has no problem with vaginas, but figs? That's a hard no. Too wrinkly, too weird, just wrong, he said. And while Tim may have been traumatized, fans, they were loving every second of it. After weeks of crying, fighting, cheating rumors, and tense moments, Tim's hilarious fig encounter was the comic relief Hunt for Love desperately needed. Social media blew up with reactions. Memes were flying. Fans couldn't stop laughing. Honestly, it was one of the most bizarre, unexpected, and strangely iconic scenes we've gotten from the spin-off. Who knew a fruit could steal the show? Whether Tim finds love or not this season, one thing's certain, he will never, ever look at a fig the same way again. When it comes to shocking glow-ups on 90 Day Fiancé, no one saw this coming. Shikina and Sarper, the couple once mocked for their awkward moments and spicy arguments, have suddenly become fan favorites. From cringy chemistry to Turkish one-liners that practically beg to be memed, Sarper especially has made quite the comeback. What started off as a controversial storyline has turned into one of the most talked-about arcs from season 11. But now, fans are wondering if this wild ride is about to end. After tying the knot in a wedding they hilariously dubbed the bedding, things haven't exactly been a fairy tale. In fact, their marriage seems more like a reality soap opera, with jealousy, secrets, and separate bedrooms. Yes, you heard that right. Separate bedrooms. Sarper confessed during the season 11 tell-all that things got so tense, he was even asked to leave the house. Shikina, on the other hand, admitted she had secretly put a location tracker on his keys. Yikes. Despite the drama, they claim they're working on their marriage through therapy. And while that's great for their relationship, it might not be so great for fans hoping to see more of them on screen. The big question now is, will Sarper and Shekinah return to the franchise or walk away for good? Some signs are already pointing toward a quiet exit. Sure, they've made it through some rough patches, and fans are still rooting for them, but their biggest issue remains unresolved. Where will they live? Sarper wants to settle in Turkey, where he feels at peace. But Shekinah dreams of starting over in Miami. Neither one seems ready to compromise. And although Sarper has said he might consider staying in the U.S., he's also hinted that life with Shekinah would be perfect back in Turkey. That kind of fundamental difference. It's the stuff of relationship deal breakers and possible franchise exits. Historically, couples with this much heat tend to return in spin-offs like Happily Ever After. But sources and subtle clues suggest that Shekinah and Sarper might be done with cameras for now. Some fans think it's the smart move. Others are begging TLC to give them their own show. Either way, the uncertainty around their future has the internet buzzing. Will Shekinah and Sarper continue sharing their chaotic love story with the world? Or has the fame, the friction, and the pressure finally taken its toll? One thing's for sure, when it comes to these two, expect the unexpected. Gino and Jasmine are back, and things are messier than ever on 90 Day Fiance, Happily Ever After. From their explosive fights to surprise hookups, their journey is anything but ordinary. And now, with their open marriage out in the open, fans are watching things spiral in real time. Let's rewind for a second. Viewers watched their relationship nearly fall apart on The Last Resort, where endless arguments and zero intimacy drove a massive wedge between them. But instead of walking away, they made a bold move. They opened up their marriage. Now on Happily Ever After, we're seeing that decision play out, and wow, is it dramatic. Jasmine has been spending a lot of time with her gym buddy, Matt Brownies, sparking rumors of a full-blown situationship. Meanwhile, Gino, he's been flying to Las Vegas to cozy up with a new woman, Natalie. Yep, Gino's officially dating again, and not just casually. He and Natalie met online months ago, and from what we saw in the latest episode, the two are clicking. Big smiles, flirty vibes, and undeniable chemistry. Natalie even admitted she has a thing for bald men. Fans couldn't help but point out, she looks a lot like Jasmine. But just when things started heating up, it all came crashing down. In the newest episode, Natalie finally asked the question Gino had been dodging for far too long. Are you in a relationship? Cornered, Gino confessed that yes, he's still married to Jasmine, and they're in an open marriage. But that's not what stunned Natalie the most. She had no idea. After months of talking, texting, and even traveling together, Gino had never mentioned he was married. Natalie looked blindsided, and she quickly made it clear, an open marriage is not the same as being separated. In her confessional, Natalie admitted she felt completely betrayed. She revealed that Gino often spoke negatively about Jasmine, and now she's wondering if she was just being used. Was this about her, or just a twisted attempt to make Jasmine jealous? One thing's for sure, Natalie wants no part in this drama triangle. She said this situation is way more complicated than she signed up for. And fans agree, she deserves answers. So what now? Is Gino about to lose both women? Will Jasmine care that Gino has officially moved on, or will this light a whole new fire between them? And most importantly, can Gino and Jasmine's chaotic open marriage survive another bombshell? Stay tuned, because things are only getting messier from here. Cleo first made headlines when she stepped into the 90 Day Fiance universe nearly 2 years ago. The London-based model didn't just appear on before the 90 days, she made history. As the franchise's first openly transgender cast member, Cleo brought visibility, honesty, and vulnerability. She also opened up about being autistic and neurodivergent, inviting fans into her deeply personal world. And even after the cameras stopped rolling, her story continued to unfold in ways fans never expected. Back then, Cleo was in a long-distance relationship with American cast member Christian Allgood. But their journey was far from smooth. Who could forget that emotional goodbye, Cleo tearfully helping Christian pack as their relationship slowly unraveled. She later admitted things were in a pretty sucky place. And before long, they announced their breakup. Since then, Cleo has focused on herself, and it's been anything but easy. Soon after her TV debut ended, She started a GoFundMe to help with her gender-affirming surgery. Cleo was hopeful. She believed it would bring her peace and confidence in her body. But months later, on 90 Day Diaries, she revealed her deep disappointment with the results. That moment was raw, unfiltered, and painfully honest. Since then, Cleo has taken a step back from the spotlight, choosing to stay mostly quiet. But one thing hasn't changed: her honesty with fans. Through Instagram, she's been opening up, post by post, about her emotional battles and body image struggles. And now, Cleo is back, sharing a post that left fans heartbroken and inspired all at once. She posted a photo of herself on the beach, a seemingly happy moment, kneeling in the sand, smiling in a bikini. But the caption told a very different story. Cleo opened up about body confidence as a trans woman and how incredibly difficult it can be to feel at home in her own skin. She talked about the immense courage it takes to show her body to the world when she's still struggling internally. Fans quickly noticed her thin frame and visible ribs, but even more than that, they saw raw strength in her words. Cleo didn't hold back, and neither did her followers. The comments poured in, messages of love, admiration, and gratitude. One person wrote, "You're so beautiful inside and out." Another shared how Cleo's confidence in her swimsuit helped them find the courage to wear their own. A longtime follower said, "I've been rooting for you since day one. You're an inspiration." It's clear Cleo's voice still matters. Her vulnerability, her openness, and her refusal to sugarcoat her truth, that's what continues to resonate. Even when things feel heavy, Cleo shows up. She reminds us that healing isn't linear, that self-love doesn't come easy, and that sometimes being honest about your pain can be the bravest thing of all. Eric and Lea Rosenbrook, known from season 6 of the hit TLC series, are grieving the unimaginable loss of their baby daughter, Elisa Eleanor Rosenbrook. The infant passed away after spending 5 days on life support, leaving fans in shock and a family shattered. Eric took to Facebook on July 10th to share the devastating news. His words were brief, but powerful. "It destroys me and shatters my world to announce that over the weekend, tragedy has struck." He continued, "Yesterday at 12:53 p.m., after 5 days on life support, my beloved daughter, little Elisa Eleanor Rosenbrook, slipped the surly bonds to join her grandfather Tom." Eric asked for no well wishes or questions, just prayers. But behind this heartbreaking loss lies a deeply disturbing timeline. Just days earlier, on July 4th, Eric was arrested following an alleged domestic violence incident. According to TMZ, Eric reportedly slapped Lea while she was holding their newborn child. Though authorities have not confirmed whether this violent altercation led to Elisa's hospitalization and subsequent death, the timing has raised serious questions. The details are still unfolding and disturbing. According to police reports, Eric had been drinking that night and had gone out to get food, but didn't return for hours. Lea eventually found him passed out in his car and woke him while still holding their baby. What happened next was reportedly captured on video. Eric allegedly struck Lea as she held the infant. He later admitted to the assault, though he insists he did not harm the child. Eric was arrested and charged with misdemeanor battery and disorderly conduct. Lea later posted a gut-wrenching message on July 5th, pleading with God to take her instead. "Dear God, you can take away my life, but do not take away my daughter's life. She just born." The post was later deleted, but not before fans captured its heartbreaking plea for peace and forgiveness. This tragic incident has reopened long-standing concerns about the couple's volatile relationship. Back in 2019, Eric was accused of abuse in another incident involving Lea. In a now-deleted Instagram Live, Eric admitted to physically restraining her after, he claims, she threatened self-harm with a knife. He described pulling her up by the hair, restraining her wrists, and keeping her pinned in the kitchen, allegedly for her safety. His own words, "It went too far." He said that military training kicked in, and he lost control in an attempt to de-escalate the situation, though fans were left shaken by the graphic nature of his admissions. Eric and Lea's relationship has been marked by instability, tension, and documented abuse allegations since their debut on 90 Day Fiance. Lea reportedly filed for divorce in 2023, but withdrew the petition soon after. Now, with the death of baby Elisa, the stakes and the pain are higher than ever. As of now, no official cause of death has been confirmed. Authorities have not stated whether the July 4th incident contributed to Elisa's condition. Both Eric and Lea have remained mostly silent, with only fragmented public statements emerging. What's clear is this: a baby girl's life has been tragically cut short. A family is in mourning, and fans, friends, and the 90-day community are left heartbroken and asking, how did it come to this? As this heartbreaking story continues to unfold, our thoughts remain with baby Elisa and all who are grieving her loss.